But listen, guys, this is going to be, guys, a conversation which will be going out on YouTube, and we want to, hopefully you guys will enjoy it and what's going on there, and we can see that Music Geek comes in the correct attire. She's legit. You know what I'm saying? She's representing, and we're not gonna say much about Lady T. Obviously, she hasn't got a scarf with them patterns in the house anyway, so she don't own. Really? She does own gear like that. You know what I mean? She has man. What are you talking about? That's not don't try that, Mr. Wolf. Don't try that. She has an Arsenal cap and all them things there.
No, I don't have an Arsenal cap. Actually, hold on. No, I don't have an Arsenal cap.
But
it's not that deep.
You know what I'm saying? So 100%. But no, 1,000%. Guys, want to just hit a like note, and I want to get your feedback on Coming to America. Now, I spent the whole time laughing myself all the way through. Now, that was just me. My wife was Bex next to me. Yo, because she was actually watching it for the first time, and she could actually, even down to when the elephant went past him, and he goes, "Oh, hi, Baba," and she actually said, she actually quotes, she said it as he went past. It's "Yeah, Baba," and she's like,
"Yeah, he's grown up."
Yeah, so it's like I when I saw Vogue, I was like this. Anyway, no, it wasn't. I was like, okay, that's cool, that cool group from back in the day. But anyway, it was actually some cool stuff going on. So for me, I was just laughing all the way through, seeing Wesley Snipes get down, and you know what I mean, and seeing the dad say, "Yo, it's time to go." Just was like his own funeral, viewed his own funeral, and it was like, I thought that's the one, that is the one. Like, yo, tap out after the celebration of your life. Just tap out, so
in the middle of a celebration of your life. Like,
yes, I was like that was really great. But guys, on the initial thing, we can start off with Music Geek, because she's come with the right attire, you know what I mean? And
oh wow,
you know what I'm saying? So
okay,
you know what I'm saying?
Really?
So
wow. Okay.
So sis,
okay.
come
go
on.
Go and say.
Okay. So I'm a novice at Coming to America, so I was a hard critic when I first saw it. I had to watch it a few times.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was nervous for the build-up of this over the last few years. Even the fake stuff that went out to say it was happening, I was like, no, we don't want a sequel. So when it actually came out, I was a little bit nervous, because I hold the first one in such high esteem that I was like, this cannot ruin my memory of this movie. So when I first watched it, I thought it was just okay. I didn't think it was hilarious. I do think the first one had, the time of the first one, it had different jokes. It wouldn't work now. So I take that into account. And I felt that lots of people were working. So that was a positive, They really dig deep to try and get the original cast. And after 30 years, especially, I thought that it was great that they did that. And for me, if I was in the film, I would have been completely gassed to be called after 30 years. Mm-hmm. Some of it I thought was a bit cheesy, but yeah, I thought it was a friendly movie. It was a great movie for families, although some bits, but Coming to America was a bit. But ultimately, I thought it was just okay. So
what's okay? At the 5 stars, you need your 5 stars rated. How much would you give it? 4.
3.
3. Okay, cool.
3.
Okay. So what was your favorite moment in the whole movie?
Okay, the barbershop scenes. Because for me, if you know me, you know that me, my friends, my family, we speak fluent Coming to America. So to see those barbers at 175 years old, or however old they were, because realistically, how old are they going to be at this time?
Yeah, they're going to be.
How old were they? They were old in the first place 30 years ago, so come on. So seeing them pop 60. Back up, I was in hysterics. And also, I'm hoping everybody that's listening to watch the movie, by the way.
More time.
Too bad. Yeah. Click off now. Randy Watson. Mm-hmm. And the twins, and just the whole nostalgia of bringing back Reverend Brown. You know, those are my characters from the original. So seeing them and how they've kind of progressed was jokes for me. So that was the barbershop little scenes and bringing them kind of characters back, sort of aged. That they were my best parts.
Cool. No. I like it. Obviously, Lady T is gritting teeth all the way through because obviously she's going, man. But what you saying, Lady T? What you know what I mean? What was the parts for you, and how do you feel about the movie? Because I know you was excited. You was excited. You know what I mean?
Do you know what? I was in two places. I was excited, and I was also very nervous because the essence of the first one. It's like you can't make that again, even if you try to. And in my head, I'm like, number 2 is not going to be like number 1, because number 1 is just in its own. It's in a different league. And at the time when you were
too young.
I was too young. Yeah, I was way too young to watch that. It was only it must have been 5 years or 5 or 6 years later was when I was now able to watch it. And I actually found it by accident because my dad had lots of VHS, you know. Some of you listening might not even know what a VHS is, but that's okay. Go learn about it. But it was on VHS with some other films. And it was Coming to America and it was Back to the Future. So I remember in one afternoon watching Coming to America and Back to the Future, and since then those have been my favorite movies of all time. Absolutely love it.
Back to the Future.
And then honestly, I'm sorry, it really is. That's how it came. So for me, number 2 was I didn't really have super high expectations because I know everybody is just going to be hype, and usually sequels don't tend to do well.
I understand
the first one exactly because different times, different things and stuff like that. So for me, number 2 was I enjoyed it. I really like Roger. I was laughing. I was legit laughing. And for me, I just enjoyed it for what it was. I didn't want to go too deep and too oh, this wasn't there, oh, they didn't do this, or da. But the only thing that I would have said, which I think would have been great to see more of, is the storyline. I think I said this to you, Sophie. The storyline of the son when his love interest, because I think there could have been so much more done to that. And what I mean by that is they explore the relationship of an American and an African. They explore the cultures, the attitudes, the ups and the downs of things that you have to face, the things that you have to do. When you come to, if you're going to be marrying an African woman, bride prices, you got to pay a bride price, depending on which country it is though. So I'd love for them to have developed that just a little bit more, just to understand and to have a more of a stronger line. Because I think if they did that, then for me, ratings are higher and higher for me. And I so I love the listen when they cut the scene to the barbershop, I was like, I stood up. I was like,
No.
There's one thing I did miss. Sorry to cut you. There's one thing I did miss, and I wanted to see Patrice and Daryl.
Yeah.
Just to see what's going on. I wanted to see that.
That would have been good.
Yeah, and I want to know what, if they brought everyone else back, more or less, R.I.P. Madge Sinclair, but the rest of the cast were there. And I'm just thinking, what happened there?
That's very curious.
They never had enough money for Samuel L. Jackson in it, so
and Samuel L. Jackson.
That too.
Yeah.
See how, if he came back as a reformed man. But then I also I think for me, I really just I enjoyed it, and seeing the twins and Peach, just remembering the rap, it's just brilliant. For them to come back and do it, I was like, do you know what? Yeah. But merging the nostalgia, the old to the new, they did that so well. I think they hit the nail on the head with that, and I think it was important for them to do that so that they can see the contrast of what was then and what was now. And then the funny part, when they were talking about the person that Hakeem slept with, the son, how they managed to go back to that particular club scene. The CGI on that was brilliant. That
was some because Dee was said to me, for anyone who's Dee, Dee's my wife. I was sitting there and she's going, they look like the dead. Like she looked at everyone. How did you see me? You know what I mean? But you know what made me laugh? Yeah, what I liked, obviously, I'm coming from probably more of a man's perspective. What I liked was, you know, you get a swag. Like it's so funny when he came back to the parents' house. Now, usually in films, what they try to do is be very moralistic. Yeah. Now, let's be real. Like if somebody comes and says, "I'm your dad," yeah, and he's the king, yeah. Soon as he drops a suitcase, yeah, and they see cash in there, you're gone. You know what I'm saying? But films usually go, sorry, you haven't been here for 30 years. But the way the man that said, yo, keep the house, we gone to Africa. I said, that's exactly what mans would do. You know what I'm saying? And even the way he operated with the son when he came to how his interaction with the music and the culture and the whole the swagger, and his uncle comes down and they come and just had that, you know, brought the edge to it. And I think it was that was for me. I was just laughing at the geezer because he's just going on like a typical dude, like in that scenario. So I was giggling. But classic actor, which I don't think I get enough praise, which is Wesley Snipes. Seeing some of the man figures coming there and doing, you know what I'm saying?
Wesley Snipes I think he stole the show. I can't lie. He really did steal the show. The way he portrayed that character, and probably the strongest of all the African accents. His was the most convincing. His was the most convincing out of all of them, even after how many years. And he was brilliant. Like, nah, you can't. No. I saw him, I was like, what? No, like
he was practicing.
He did that so well. Like he should go. He might get recognized for an award, but like he was absolutely brilliant. And I think for me, I would give it a 4 out of 5.
Oh, okay, cool. No.
Just because it is, it's like Sophie said, it's a light-hearted film, it's a family film, it's a feel-good film. If you just want something just something that's easy.
After this week, yes.
Now,
girl,
Sophie has just opened up the whole thing. So what we're gonna do? I will call this film 4 out of 5 for me. I just laughed the way through. I would actually say 4.5 because there's pure man jokes in there. I love the vibe. I was giggling all the way through. The whole mentality, how we approach things. The dad dead off in the best scenario. So many groups and band. The fusion of great black music, I have to say, was really brilliant. Great. And I absolutely love it, man. And I think I'll just advise if you just want something light on a Friday night or Saturday night, you know what I'm saying, just put Coming to America. And you know what I liked as well, guys? The way that Prime Video, kind of like Amazon, kind of the way they promoted it, the way they looked after it when you go into the app and it's got all the things. It's just really, it just looked at.
It just shows that you just saw this is the biggest film.
This is what you need to be watching now.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. And I think it's going to be there for quite a while because it's probably going to be the biggest film of the year, despite what people think. But for me, it is the biggest film of the year because it's been such a long. How many years? 30-something years in the making. Yeah. So it's just like this is definitely the time for it. And I think, I just think it's great. And again, like you said, the way they fuse the different cultures, like the R&B era, the hip hop era, the I'm so glad they did something with the African. And they infused like one of the biggest African artists in the film. Like, that was just crazy amazing.
That went over my head, but anyway,
it was nice. It was a nice fusion. Yeah, Davido. Yeah, so it was nice. It was a nice fusion of everything. You know, it's black, it's African. You're talking about Zamunda. You need something African in there, and the costume. Shout out to Ruth Carter because that woman, she did a madness on that.
Oh, the red wedding dress. That wasn't too bad, was it?
The red wedding.
We're laughing. Is it me or was it bad? That good or bad? Was it the wedding dress?
I mean,
okay, cool. That's just me, you know what I mean. I thought it's fire, but
it wasn't. It was alright.
Okay, I'll stick to Sexual Chocolate anyway. Amazing, Sexual Chocolate. You still do it, man. You still got the band. You still got the falsetto going on. Anyway, sorry. Right. So that's Roger's moment over, and we're going to be coming to America. Absolutely fantastic. But